Bones of the hand and wrist. An overview. Here's a palmar view of the human hand. Let's review the bones of the hand and wrist, which belongs to the appendicular skeleton. The hand and wrist are made up of 27 bones in each hand. That's a total of 54 bones. They are made of 14 phalanges, also called digits or finger bones. Proximal to the phalanges are the 5 metacarpal bones. Both the phalanges and metacarpal bones are classified as long bones. Proximal to the metacarpals are the 8 carpal bones. These bones make up the wrist and are classified as irregular bones. Proximal to the carpal bones are the distal heads of the ulna and radius. These 2 bones do not belong to the hand. They are long bones that extend from the elbow to the wrist to form the forearm. Numbered from 1 through to 5, with the first digit being the thumb or pollex. The second digit is the index or pointer finger. The third digit is also known as the middle finger. The fourth digit is the ring finger, and the fifth digit is called the little or pinky finger. The phalanges of the second through to fifth fingers are made up of 3 long bones, the distal, middle, and proximal phalanges, while the first finger or thumb only has a distal and proximal phalanx. The 5 metacarpal bones are numbered from 1 to 5 in the same order as their corresponding fingers. These 5 metacarpal bones form the palm of the hand. The carpals. They are arranged into 2 rows. A proximal row and a distal row. In the proximal row, going from the medial to the lateral direction, first is the pisiform bone. The second, the triquetrum bone. Third, we have the lunate. And the fourth, the scaphoid. In the distal row, going from lateral to medial, the fifth is the trapezium. The sixth is the trapezoid. The seventh is the capitate. And the 8th bone is called the amate. An easy way to remember the carpal bones in their correct order is to use the popular mnemonic. She looks too pretty, try to catch her. The letter at the beginning of each word corresponds to the first letter of each bone. Starting with the proximal row, the word she corresponds to the scaphoid. The word looks corresponds to the lunate bone. 2 corresponds to the triquetrum bone, and pretty corresponds to the pisiform bone. On the distal row, tri equals trapezium. The word 2 equals trapezoid. The word catch corresponds to the capitate bone, and finally the word her represents the hamate bone. The joints. There are several joints in the hand where each bony group articulates. The second, third, fourth, and fifth fingers each have 3 phalanges, and therefore only 2 joints. They are the distal interphalangeal joint found between the middle and distal phalanges, and the proximal interphalangeal joint found between the middle and proximal phalanges. The first finger or thumb has only 2 phalanges, a distal and proximal phalanx with a single interphalangeal joint. The joint between the articulation of the metacarpals and phalanges are called metacarpophalangeal joints. Joints formed between the carpal and metacarpal bones are called carpometacarpal joints. There is a central joint that runs between the carpal bones called the midcarpal joint. This joint divides the carpal bones into their proximal and distal rows. The radiocarpal joint is a synovial joint that is formed between 3 proximal carpal bones, the scaphoid, lunate and triquetral bones, and the radius of the forearm. The distal radio-ulnar joint, as its name suggests, is formed between the radius and ulna at the distal end of the forearm. This joint does not belong to the hand and wrist, but due to its close proximity to the carpal bones, it plays a role in the stabilization of the wrist. Question: how many bones are there in the human foot? Comment your answer down below. And subscribe to our channel for the video on a detailed look at the bones and joints of the foot. Get the diagrams shown in this tutorial to color and label. Incorporate coloring into your study strategy. Master the skeletal system with Bones, the Human Anatomy Coloring Book. A visual study guide. 50+ detailed anatomical diagrams to color and label. Color code your work for easy referencing and review. Diagrams with mnemonics to promote recall. Post-chapter self-tests and access to our video quizzes. Coloring anatomical diagrams solidify visual associations. Check the description and bio and click the link to visit our store for more details. Want more anatomy and physiology videos like these? Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. It will help us to make more videos. Thanks for watching.